Hello and welcome. I'm Sobin, host of the Science Talk Show. Here you will meet the research enthusiasts who will share their experience and motivate you to be extraordinary in the field of science. Today we have with us Dr. Prafull Gadge, founder and CEO of Biotechnology. His expertise is in innovative product and process development and industrial problem solving. He has provided several commercially viable strategies to the agricultural industry for plant protection and high productivity through the chemical-free, biological, and eco-friendly approaches. So let's welcome Dr. Gadge. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you, Sophie, for inviting me to the show.
It's my pleasure. To begin with, sir, first of all, I would like to know about the mission of the Biome technology and how is it helping the farmers?
Okay. The mission of Biome Technologies is the production of residue-free food, which is not leaving any pesticide residues further, delivering quality of the food, helping to build the quantity of the food, and delivering financial gains to the farmer along with the healthy produce for all of us. And about how it is helping to the farmers, the Biome itself has been started to help the farmers. As few years before, when I was doing my job as an assistant professor in biotechnology, in Marathwada region, one of the drought prominent region of Maharashtra, and we have observed in one research study that the farmers are investing a lot more amount onto the inputs for the farm, for the crop protection. And whatever the inputs they have been using, they're not getting proper results. So besides spending money and not getting the results, it's hampering the farmers' productivity and as well as the quality. And farmers are not able to fetch the amount what they're needed to survive. And this is cycle which is continuing. After this observation, when we analyze the reason behind this, we have found that in India, we have many thousands of agrochemical companies. But out of those companies, very few industries have R&Ds with them. Those are delivering technically sound, scientifically proper formulated products to the farmer. So the farmers are getting results. So, but more than 90% of the industry is without any R&D support, without any technical support. And they lack the technical support. What they formulate doesn't get the results. And farmers are then getting suffered due to all those things. So that time we have decided to go with the R&D, which will develop the solutions and which will help the farmers to get the good yield, good quantity, good quality, as well as reduce the production cost. So the scientifically developed formulations are going into the field through number of industries, through NGOs. They are delivering their effects, reducing the production cost, and helping to generate the residue-free food to all of us.
Thank you, sir. As we know that here in India, farmers are suffering a lot, although we cannot survive without food, but then who is the producer of the food are not getting the benefits. So how are we going to motivate our coming generation for the profitable startups in the agriculture?
Okay. There are many opportunities generating in the agriculture, as considering the example of Biome Technologies itself. As we know, there are many issues in the farm, and what we think, whatever the issue or the issues are there in the agriculture sector, each and every issue, each and every opportunity each and every problem is an opportunity for the startups. So we can take the issue, we can take the problem, identify the root cause, and deliver the cost-effective solution as compared to that of market, which is having several advantages as compared to that of the market available things. And this will be the starting point for the startups where they can go ahead with.
Okay. So can you name some profitable startups which coming generation can take up?
Come to the startup end. As we know that the farmers need an advice. Very first thing, they're chemically illiterate. So
Mhm.
for that purpose, they should be given proper advice. They should be given proper knowledge. They should be given proper training. As we know, the global gap certifications are going to be mandatory in coming future, and our farmers are nowhere aware about the global gap certifications. For any kind of export, we need global gap certification for the farm. If farmers are doing organic, they need to go for organic certifications. So the illiteracy or unawareness of the farmer is one of the major issue, and that can also be taken as an opportunity for startups to work upon. Moreover, the way we have been delivering formulations, developing products, delivering training to the industry, even we are connected with the farmers. We are conducting an Kisan Atmanirbharta workshop in which we are teaching farmers for the how to they go for residue-free production, what is the maximum residue levels of pesticides in the food, how to overcome those issues of the pesticide residues, what is the waiting period, what is the pre-harvesting interval, post-harvesting interval, and then how to use the how to wisely use the chemicals which will leave no residue after harvesting or the during the harvesting. So whatever the food stuff is going into the market is completely residue free, and it is eligible for the exports. In today's date, what our farmers are producing are fulfilling our country's demand, and even more than that is getting stored into those are the so what we can say, those are perishable produce, those are getting waste, and those we can store, we are storing those things like grains and cereals into the godowns. So the farmers are not getting benefit, and the price drop is coming again. So here, uh, rather than producing in the highest quantity, we need to focus on to the quality. If we focus on to the quality, we will be able to fulfill the demands of European and US market, Gulf market. So where we can compete with other countries, and uh, we can expose those foodstuffs. Those are residue free, either fruits, vegetables, and many other stuff required for the European and US market. So the farmers will get good amount for that. Even our country will get foreign currency, will be helpful for our economy. So this is other thing. So these kind of things are in need of a human resource. They are in need of startups. Those will advise the issues related to the farms. The guidance to the farmer that as nowadays we have been observing the changes into the climate, and the farmers are confused. Even those are producing solutions, those are Krishi Seva Kendras, those are also confused that how should we advise the farmers that you should use this kind of solution. So here the startups can come and play a bigger role. They should start advisories based upon the environmental issues. They should start advisories based upon the pest and pathogen issues. So rightful solutions to the farmers will help them to manage the pest and pathogens, and this will further reduce the burden onto them, as well as nowadays, since the farmer, as I have said, farmer is chemically illiterate, he uses combination of number of chemical pesticides and all those things together. The only reason is that he wanted to have the result, either or any product will give him result. But if
Yeah.
we guide the farmer wisely, then he'll be able to uh, select the proper option, use it, and this will reduce his production cost. This will deliver the quality of the food. This will reduce burden onto the environment. So this way also startups can go ahead with. One more thing is I would like to address over here. As in India, the agriculture is one of the most vital sector of Indian economy. It is contributing about 18% of total GDP, and 1/10 of the total exports of our country. So more than half of the Indian population is employed in the agriculture and allied sector, where agriculture is not only ensuring the food security of the country, but also has double effectiveness to reduce the poverty. And this has been mentioned into the World Bank's World Development Report. So we know that such a great importance of agriculture, as the investment in agriculture is also increasing day by day. During the COVID, the whole GDP of our country was into the minus around minus 29 something, and the only agriculture sector was having +3 GDP. So this is the strength of our agriculture. But besides its vitality to the nation's economy, our agriculture is facing many problems. And one of the major things is at the mercy of the weathers and markets, added with inadequate research and developments, lack of mechanization, quality supply of inputs is again issue over here. Irrigation is again issue. Storage is one of the major issue due to the perishability of agriculture produce. Transportation is again issue. Then tracking of a transportation, supply chain management is one of the bigger issue. Marketing of the agriculture produce. As we know, we have a good variety of millets which can deliver highly nutritious things to the world, but we are lacking the marketing of those millets. Like bajra has high iron content, beneficial for each and everyone. Such kind of things are there. Then we have a black rice, but we are falling behind due to the marketing. Then insufficient capitalization is again major issue here in agriculture. So all these issues are associated with certain and uncertain key players. And all these issues, if we take them one by one, then all these issues or the problems have very or the huge number of hidden opportunities within them, each and every issue. So as we are a young nation, we should invite the youth to the agripreneurship through the startup ecosystem, which will help us to fastest the technology development in all above mentioned issues through the startup ecosystem, which will be able to ease out the complexity of agriculture value chain. As we know that agriculture is socio-economic kind of issue, and as the youths are one of the key productive workforce of any socio-economic development, if we are helping the youth and promoting the youth into the technology development for the agriculture, then it is certainly going to do a great for our country to lead the world. Moreover, as we know that if considering the startup point of view, what is the need of agriculture? As our farmer is having very low land or small land holding, he's economically not that strong. Even we have several pollution related issues. We need to manage the residue free for the quality improvement. So three E's can make the development over here. That is, the solution should be easy to use, the solution should be economical, and it should be eco-friendly. So if any startup is focusing on those three E's through these kind of solutions to widely chosen problems through startups, then they can deliver, and all those startup ecosystem for the agriculture can deliver efficiency, productivity, and sustainability into the Indian agriculture. So the strategic combination of young India and startup ecosystem may provide food safety, elevation of poverty, as well as employment generation along with the economic growth. So here are the opportunity, and this is the background that why we should promote the startups and startup ecosystem and all those things. And considering the opportunity, as I've said, each and every issue is an opportunity. So there are many government schemes available. Government has invested or pushed more than 10,000 crores venture capital fund for the developments and the development of agriculture startup ecosystem. RK, VY, Raftar, BIRAG, BIG, number of grants are available over there for the agriculture startups. So even the Atal incubation centers and dedicated agri-tech centers are also available over here. So through this, the startup can germinate and develop their solutions to deliver into the market. So as there are problems, those can be converted into opportunities. There are support and things available for the startups. As we know that, as I've mentioned about, at input level, the R&D and production of seeds, seedlings, agrochemicals, agribiologicals for high yield and better quality through eco-friendly approach is one of the most needed thing in today's date. At input supply level, the startups may supply online and offline inputs. Moreover, real-time advisory for the pest control, as I have been saying that the farmers need to be guided for the abiotic biotic control. So real-time advisory for the pest control to maximize profitability through technical support to the farmers is one of the good chance and opportunity for the startups at extension level. Then at veterinary level, again, there is need of more R&D and production of feeds for better growth, improved immunity for the disease, poultry, fish farms, as whatever the feed stuff we have been delivering to the animals has many anti-nutritional factors. So one startup may also work upon the reducing anti-nutritional property of the food. So they may work delivering solutions like phytase enzyme reduces the phytic acid, which is an anti-nutritional one, which hampers the palatability. So this way the startups can go ahead with. Then another important thing is IoT. IoT best precision farming for health record or farm resources, farm data, farm wealth management, forecast, crop health, pest management, and for the accuracy improvement, accessibility of the resources available. So all these things are necessary in the agriculture, which will lead to the profitable, sustainable agriculture, which will help the farmers. Even it will improve the livelihood of farmers, and in turn it will strengthen our economy and it will strengthen our country into the world. So with the help of government support, non-government support, with the help of innovations, the startups can deliver mindful production, harvest, and post-harvest operations through robotics, mechanization, through custom hiring services. Even labor management is one of the major issues. So the startups can work in this area. Post-harvesting processing services are needed for many perishable things. Pack houses are not available largely. Even the cold storages are also not available. Yeah, the automation and digitalization in animal farm operation, crop production, harvesting, uh, processing and packaging processes. At the output level, traceability is important. Who has produced what? We should be able to know. As whatever we have been exporting outside, it is all traceable. So similarly, even in Indian people, there should be traceability available. If the rice is produced by some farmer, then who was the farmer who produced rice? What was the things he have used for the rice? Whether it is residue free or organic. So all this traceability of startups can have very good opportunity over there. Agri logistics, infrastructure, networking, blockchain technology operation. So all these things are needed in efficient supply chain management, which will reduce the perishability of agriculture produce. Again, number of things are then food processing. The more idealistic we are, the more creativity we have, we can go for that kind of opportunities in food processing industry. Then the marketing level, farmer need farm to fork marketing for number of produce. And if he does that, if we support the farmer for these things, then definitely he'll be able to deliver those things faster to the fork, so reduce the perishability, and he will have sustainable market available, as many startups are working in India for the farm to fork at procurement level, procurement for big companies like Reliance Malls and all those things, for Ninja Card, for Big Basket. They need a procurement. They can't have employment for each and everything. So the startups can be the intermediary between farmer and those big corporate, those are working in the agriculture. Then advisory-based, demand-driven harvest schedule should be provided to the farmer. So one can analyze the market data and deliver those details to the farmer. So accordingly, farmer can cultivate and harvest the produce. So again, they may charge certain amount from the farmers. Here is an opportunity for the farmers. Then the government in the budget has suggested they'll be investing a lot onto the digital platforms and digital investment, universities also. So the development of digital platforms for the real-time market update for the traders, farmers, to take accurate decisions, to to prevent losses is important. So here an opportunity for the startups. Moreover, uh, all these things will definitely improve the productivity and profitability of the farmer. So that will improve the livelihood of the farmer. As we know that the majority of Indian farmer is below poverty line. They need access to low cost, user friendly technologies to reduce their production cost, to enhance the yields, and to achieve the best quality along with market linkages. So the market linkages along with the marketing is again an opportunity for the startups to work upon. As we have been observing, the large chunk of investment is moved into the Indian agri-tech startups. As I have shared an example of Ninja Cart, where Flipkart and Walmart invested billions of dollars. But even that's at front level. But what if the produce is not getting of that quality, or the farmers fall behind the producing those requirements? Then there is a huge opportunity more than front end at the extension level. So if we are working at the extension level, then we'll be able to gather the data, we'll be able to guide the farmer for what to produce or not to produce, then we will be there for the procurement, and the startup ecosystem again will be there for the connections to the market for farm to fork kind of things, or the food processing. So considering the yield and quality of the produce, this is one of the limiting factor in the Indian agriculture thing due to the number of issues, as I have mentioned. So here is an opportunity for the startups. Even now, the government is establishing farmer producer organizations. This is a corporate structure of cooperative movement. And here again, startups can collaborate with the FPOs, or the FPOs are nothing but a startup. So for advisory, extension, production, post-harvest, procurement, things are needed. We should bridge the gap between industry, farmer, policymakers, and academia. And there are many connecting points, and for each and every connecting point, many thousands of startups can work. As we have been shouting that there is unemployment and this and blah blah blah, but considering the opportunities, considering the government support, considering the surrounding issues, we can take those challenges and we can deliver the solutions. This will deliver sustainability, financial sustainability for those young entrepreneurs. Moreover, they'll be able to deliver sustainability to the society through employment, through the solutions they have been delivering. So as the investors are ready, the huge amount is there in the market, but the investors need appropriate things which are delivering financial sustainability and solubility into the market. So these are the things where the startups can go ahead with, along with the government support or without government support. As what we have developed in our laboratory is one of the Soilometer Kit, and this is the only product available into the Indian market, which tells us microbial diversity of the soil. So farmer will be able to check the microbial diversity of the soil, because due to the heavy application of chemical pesticides, fungicides, we are killing the diversity. And this diversity is first line of defense for the plant protection, as well as it provides the nutrition. It helps plants to cope up with the abiotic stress. But if the diversity is getting reduced, then there is not going to it is going to have an good impact, heavy impact onto the production quality and the expenses. So our kit is helping farmers to check whether its soil is alive, whether its soil has a diversity or not. So whether the microbial population is good enough or bad enough, or the average. So based upon that, we are also advising farmers for application of organic fertilizers based upon his soil structure, based upon his crop pattern, based upon the environmental situations. We are asking them to go for the right kind of biologicals application. So all this we have developed our own. We have also one of the top 10 ideas of NABARD Ignite competition. And this way, as when we connected with the farmer, we have observed that we are losing the soil diversity. Farmers also wanted to work upon that, but there is no solution. Those are the laboratories costing very high amount, and it's not affordable for the farmer. If we pick up the soil, send it to the laboratory, it takes minimum 24 hours. But with the help of our kit, the farmer will be able to analyze the soil microbial diversity or life of the soil in his farm within merely 3 hours. And since considering the market cost, the laboratories are charging 5,000, 6,000 rupees for one test. And with our kit, he'll be able to analyze his soil's life just within 3 hours, only at rupees 900 for 5 tests. So this way we can offer economical, eco-friendly, and easy to use solutions to the farmer. So definitely it will be win-win situation for the startups, for young entrepreneurs, for the farmers, and our economy as well.
Thank you, sir, for pointing out so many startups, pre-harvest and the post-harvest. So many basically using the innovations into the farming. But the question lies, how can we produce profit? We can have a profitable produce. For example, if I say, a farmer grows a rice and paddy for 3 to 4 months. He walks into the field, and end of the year, end of the 4 to 5 months, he gets 20K in his hand, which is not at all sustainable for him, for his family.
Yes.
For the education, if you see, it is so costly in these days in India. And another thing is that most of the population in India is of youngsters. We have seen the traditional farmers in the form of our fathers and forefathers. And these youngsters are looking forward for something profitable, to take up some profitable jobs, which will sustain them, which will take them to ahead for the dream fulfillment. So how they can get a profitable produce through the farming?
Okay. So one of the this is really very good question indeed. Thankful for this question. Uh, as we have been observing, as you told the example of rice, currently we have taken one project in a nearby area which is known for the production of onion. And in last, as it's in completely dry land, rain-fed agriculture, and the farmers are depend upon the onion crop for the sustainability, as you had given example of rice. They wait for 5 to 6 months for the same. And what we have observed during last 5 years, the production cost of onion has been, which was earlier 15,000 rupees per acre. It's after or within these 5 years, this has been 60,000 to 1 lakh per acre. And we know that onion is not only crying us, but even the governments. We have experienced an example that one government, state government, fall down because of onion prices.
Prices,
It is
yeah.
Delhi, I think, Delhi government. And since then, each and every political party is so cautious about the onion prices. They put control of onion prices. The farmers didn't get benefit over there. And if the onion price is high, then they'll have to throw those onions. So in this regard, what we have been eyeing the young generation. We have used social media, and with the help of social media, uh, we developed an connectivity or the linkages, uh, or we have collected the youth in the nearby region. Those parents or those families are cultivating onions, and now we have been delivering them several inputs along with the training. So they are themselves contributing into the farms. As we know, after COVID, there is no opening of schools and colleges, and most of the as many times we hear this young generation Z is engaged into the social media, they're engaged into the mobiles. But what we observed, when we ask them to come with us, we have got a very huge response. They're coming with us, they're learning from us, and they're contributing in their farm. As in our lab, we have one intern, his name is Shiva Kalamkar. He is BTech in Agricultural Biotechnology. So when he went to his home after during his education during the lockdown, he observed that the production cost is very high due to unawareness of inputs to his father, and those are the farmers surrounding. For one application of the fungus infestation control, the farmers were spending around 1,800 to 2,500 rupees for one foliar application. So he got learned several things to our agri input training program, and he implemented in his farm. So he used the biological things over there, that is trichoderma, protein hydrolysate kind of things. And whatever the cost of fungus infestation control was around 1,800 to 2,500 for one application, for one time application, was went down up to 500 rupees. So there is huge difference. So, and this kind, minimum 5 to 6 applications are needed for the onion for these things. So if we consider 6 application, the cost is around 6 into 2,000, that is 12,000. And his cost 6 into 5. So this is the difference. So where is 12,000 and where is 3,000? So this
Yeah.
huge difference he has delivered into his farm. And even we have one Mr. Chaitanya Dormale. He is MSc Biochemistry in the Agriculture University, going for his PhD. But now he is connected with more than 120 farmers, and he is guiding them, advising them, delivering inputs, delivering schedule. So all here with the help of this young generation, we are trying to reduce the production cost of the farmer, making them literate for the agrochemicals application, literate about the weather related issues, biotic stress management. We are literating them about the industry's requirement. It is very important that industry's need should be fulfilled. So, but the farmer is unaware of that. He's simply eyeing that I should get an high yield, high produce. But besides that, it should be residue free. If it is residue free, it will go for the export and it will deliver double rate to the farmer. Whatever is the price of onion or the pomegranate or the grapes into the local market, those are traditionally grown. The export quality foodstuff has almost double price of that. So
Okay.
this way, young generation is also getting involved into this. But what we have to do, we'll have to reach towards them. We'll have to show them the way. We'll have to uh, make them awake that this is the thing happening surrounding you. And with the help of your education, you can contribute into that, which will not only deliver financial sustainability, but it will also make the environmental uh, it will also reduce the pollution. It will make the environmental safe for all of us. Moreover, the healthy food stuff or the healthy produce will deliver financial sustainability to the farmer, as well as it will contribute into our nation's economy. So this way, young generation is also coming with. But only thing is, we have to tell them the way. They are now confused, as what we have been observing during the COVID lockdown and after COVID. They didn't have any practicals. They didn't have any theoretical things most appropriate that they should have been into the college. As you have been knowing that what was the education during our time or the before COVID, and now it is changed. We can't do
Yeah,
biology,
that's
biotechnology practicals
drastic change.
online. So in our laboratory, we are welcoming students as an intern. We are delivering them the details what industry needs, what society needs, how you should upgrade yourself. So students are getting ready, and we are getting good
Okay.
response from all of them. Also, we are conducting training programs in the Tagore University, DY Patil University, MIT University under MOU. So the students are getting ready with the industry's requirement. So this generation is quite confused, and they're not getting number of things. As when we are into the actual classroom session, the delivery and difference is too big as compared to that of offline session. They are not able to concentrate, they are not able to harness the skills those should have been done practically. So we need to connect them with the society again. We need to connect them with the ground again. We need to connect them with the practicals again. We need to connect them with the laboratory again.
Okay. So another startup I would like to tell you about, which you actually youngsters are getting attracted towards, is the aquaponics and vertical farming. So
Yes.
I want to ask, like, is it a profitable to do the aquaponic and vertical farming despite the high cost of setup?
Yeah, the investment cost is very high, but if one has the market linkage available for the export as well as into metro cities, then it is profitable. Otherwise, considering the production cost as compared to that of traditional market, currently it is not that profitable because there is huge maintenance cost along with the investment cost. So that production cost is almost 10 times high as compared to that of the conventional market. But in future, this will also be an profitable one, considering the abiotic or the environmental changes. Here we have all the parameters controlled, so we are able to obtain a good growth of the plants without least or no almost up to no application of chemical pesticides and kind of things. So though they are required, but the due to control parameters, their application is very low. So this stuff is also going to have the market, but currently they have to sustain till the good market demand comes for them.
So, lastly, I would like to know what is the scope for the Generation G in the agriculture according to you? What in like a message would you like to give them?
Generation G, that these are the pillars of our society, and they are the future of our country. So I will advise them, keep your eyes open, identify what are the issues surrounding you. So and try to deliver solution through the knowledge you have. Just try initially, and at some level you will come to know that you are delivering actual solution. So then you can go for commercialization of those solutions. uh, Considering the employment or the competitive exams or other things, focus upon the startups and the become an entrepreneur. And considering the agriculture, uh, we can't go ahead with them, as we know that the one generation who is doing hard work into the agriculture is our parents and grandparents. But after that, there is a big gap between the middle generation, what we can say. Uh, so now those are working in the farms are having age around 45 to 65, 70, right?
Mhm.
And thereafter, the young generation went to schools, college, universities, and then they shifted towards the service industry for the job purpose, for employment purpose. And now again, there is a huge gap. What is the old generation? They are unaware of many things. So here the young generation can contribute. We have been observing, as BBC had made story of one Shraddha Dormale from Nighols, Taluka Parner, district Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. She's mainly 20-22 years girl who is handling a buffalo farm of more than 80 buffaloes alone, and also delivering the milk produce to the dairies. And she's a millionaire, what I will say,
Of course.
considering the 80 buffaloes. And look at her hard work. Nobody is willing to work into the buffalo farm. She started, and uh, as even the BBC has made her story, we can understand the impact behind that particular thing. So this way, what if we have to go ahead as a country, if we have to lead the world, we have to outstand with the competitors, then we'll have to engage this generation into the agriculture.
Thank you so much, sir, for accepting my invitation and telling the insights of the loopholes for a generation this current generation can take up and go for the profitable startups and solve the problem of unemployment, food scarcity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Samantha.